All right, so YouTube, I haven't done one of these in a minute, and you know, season 2's been out for quite a few months now, and Bison's out. We all got to understand how he plays and everything. Evil's happened and everything like that. So I figured, you know, we do a matchup chart for Juri. It's kind of been a minute. I kind of realized this, and some people wanted this, so why not oblige them with it? I've said some interesting, like, hot takes, I guess you could say, about Juri's matchup. So, you know, let's see what we cooking here. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I kind of want to get the obvious ones out of the ways because I think those haven't changed. So, for example, I think Kimberly really hasn't changed. Despite Jamie getting buffed, I still don't think that's really changed much. You know, Manon really hasn't changed, really. Obviously, we put Juri right here. Dawson, I still think is good. Hannah, I still think is good for sure. Marissa, I still think it's pretty good. JP, I think is slightly in Juri's favor, mainly because of his anti-air changes. So those are like pretty much the ones I would say that like I'm 100% confident on. Like most people agree on that. Some of these they may be iffy depending on who you talk to and everything like that. So that's why I think some of these are just hit or miss at times. But I would imagine that Rashid is 5'5", you know, despite, you know, level 2 random bullshit go sequence happening a lot. I still think that, you know, her, Juri and Rashid, they're both like, they're not Shotos like Ken with like the long roundhouses and everything, but they do have their long range buttons, but they play relatively around the same range. So I think it's perfectly fine, especially if you're on my streams and all that. If you see that I play dual Kevin a lot, so I have a lot of experience with this. So I hope that, you know, I would understand this matchup a lot. And also I've played like, you know, Big Bird and other Rashid, JB and all them, so I would say that it's not too bad both sides. So that's what I think of that one. I would say that Aki is probably 5'5". I think more so long range she wins with her fireball, along with, you know, having a lot of answers for each other. So I definitely do believe that those characters go back and forth. Sometimes Luke, even now, I think Luke is hit or miss for me sometimes with this, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna remain a 5'5" matchup. I mean, Luke is Luke. He still is pretty good, but he can't punish stores that much because his crouch and movement punch nerf actually. So it is a bit more annoying for him to actually punish her. So it could help out a bit with that. So I still think that's 5'5" though. I still think that's a probably good matchup. Cammy, kind of same thing. Ozzy, her spin knuckle nerf is notable, but if you can react to Juri, I think that, you know, it's pretty much okay for Cammy. I mean, her die kicks are still the same roughly, you know. None much other than like Cammy's slightly tone downs got changed. And it really wasn't too bad of a matchup beforehand. So I think these other ones may be a bit like, depending on where I put them, people will be like, you're stupid or you're so smart. So, you know, wherever I put them is wherever I put them, because honestly it's mine matchup list, and you know, I get decided. So if you think I'm wrong, let me know. I'm gonna just put them all in where I think, and I think afterwards I'll just magically edit it into my editor will actually edit it into, like, you know, all right. So you have returned back, and you see I put a lot of characters in a bunch of different places, and you notice a lot of them are even matchups. I think Juri is definitely a character that has a good amount of even matchups, but also she definitely has bad matchups as well. But I think her bad matchups, unless they're these three, they're not bad. Ryu and Ken, I mean, they're Shotos. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I know that people are annoyed by Shotos. Oh my gosh, she has no way around fireballs. Bruh, you have parry, you have dive kick. You can just play neutral. You know, you can just chill and read their fireball pattern. You have other stuff behind it. And I'm kind of sick and tired of Juri players whining and complaining about dealing with fireballs. Be grateful you have an option and you're not like Manon, where her spin doesn't even work against her fireballs. But yeah, I think Ryu and Ken are not too bad. You can punish Jinrai. His normals aren't particularly like super wild, but I still think he is definitely a bit annoying for Juri. But if you keep on your P's and Q's, you should be okay. Ryu is kind of more so a downgrade of that, so that's why, you know, he could be hit or miss. You can definitely beat him, but you gotta watch yourself. Blanca, I'm still debating if that's a bad or even matchup ish. It's more so even-ish only because he can't really blank a ball too much against Juri because her DP is really good. And I think the normal ranges aren't too bad to play around. I think it's more so you can't use Fireball as much because of forward heavy punch as Blanca, so you gotta be mindful of that. But other than that, it's more or less the same from last season. Geef, I know, is pretty beefed up. You know, I really haven't had too many problems in tournament with Geef. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I think it's okay. I mean, you just can't Fireball too hard because of the knee. You know, Geef is, no matter who you are, Geef is in your face like that, so it'd be like that. But I still think she can still fight him in neutral for sure. Lily, honestly, I'm just, bro, sometimes against Lily I'm winging it. I sometimes lab against this character, but most of the time it's just literally like, all right, read their defensive patterns, try to be out of a certain range. I mean, I know some punishes, like if she does her heavy store and she does the hit, you actually can punish her. With Lily, it's just, you know, she's gonna be plus, hold that, you know. Ed, I know everyone's on this Ed wave. You know, Ed is there, but I still don't think it's not too bad matchup. I mean, I've played some of the best Eds, Lashar, Fudo, all of them, and I don't think it's too bad for Juri. Snatcher, you know, it takes away the Fireball, but if you get Fireball here and there, you can trade with anything like that. His normal ranges are good, but you know, she can still fight him for sure around that range, you know, and especially if you read a jump in or a snatcher, is definitely hurting Ed a lot. So it's a lot about positioning, I think, against Ed. But yeah, that was kind of like roughly around the stuff where I think Juri definitely, you know, goes even with or wins for sure. You know, obviously I didn't talk about much of the winning ones because the winning ones haven't really changed much. You probably can go back to my old video, I can explain those and everything. But the bad matchups, I mean, you know, there's still roughly the same three. I mean, DJ, Chun-Li, Gao will probably remain here until something crazy happens, but DJ got a little bit better because of his flash kick change. His up kicks got nerfed a little bit, so you can actually do medium stores now. If you see a DJ, do not be afraid anymore. Bison, I've played a few Bisons, and I would definitely say that, you know, scissors kick is one of the dumbest moves ever in the game. Scissors is definitely a stupid move. It goes through her Fireball, you know, Scissors completely goes over the Fireball. He has EX Cycle Crusher, EX Head Stomp is really good. A lot of his just special moves can negate Juri a lot, but it's mainly Scissors, and also his range can really be annoying for Juri. I still think if you play a mind game with it, I think you're okay, personally, but just be prepared to, like, you know, if you see a punishable Scissors, you may have to commit withstand light kick and into drive rush, or just, you know, do a light kick. That's it. You know, just keep them away. But it varies depending on your ranges. You know, Chun-Li and Gao, I kind of really don't have to touch on Chun-Li. I mean, she literally has longer range, and her Fireball is pretty good. So I think those are like pretty annoying, along with Zanchu and stuff like that. Guile and Akuma. I mean, Guile. I mean, his Fireball is so good. Sonic Boom, Drive Rush, you know, those are very, very annoying. You know, listen, if you beat a Guile player, all you tell them is Gap. And Akuma's kind of like Guile, except, you know, this mofo has so many ways to, like, be offensive against Juri, and he can negate your Fireball easily. He can take the damage with it. It's not a big deal to him. I would say against Akuma and probably Guile, you know, try and figure out timing. I mean, Akuma, it's hard. It's very hard because all the Fireballs look the same. So I wish you luck in those, and I wish you luck in trying to deal with Sonic Booms and whatnot. One wrong Fireball into Tatsu, or wrong Fireball into EX Sonic Boom, and you gotta deal with the game plan all over again. So just be mindful of your spacing, I think. Yeah, this is kind of like where I think Juri is right now. This is kind of why I say she's a, you know, roughly top 7, top 8 character. You know, she still has bad matchups, but they're not impossible. I do believe that there are worse matchups than, you know, Juri, Gao, like probably even Manon Gao. She definitely could be worse. I would say that definitely Juri has it like pretty easy as a good character. You know, she still got buff. Meanwhile, all the Ed players and Bison players creating crazy setups and everything, suffering with Rashid level 2 and whatnot, and Akuma tearing a menace. But, you know, Juri players, we just chilling. We're on Twitter complaining because, you know, Juri players are bad. But yeah, let me guys know what you think about this matchup list. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Nothing's factual, but yeah. If you like this video, let me know. If you want to see a tier list from me, actually let me know on that. I was thinking about that, but I'm not sure. And if you want to see this more every season, hit me up with that. And yeah, I shall see you guys in the next video. And make sure to subscribe. Peace.